whole time.
Your mic ain't been muted.
Yes,
Don't even lie like
streaming,
that.
hell. Ricky
Your
just
mic
told
ain't
me on
been
stream it
muted.
been muted.
Don't even lie like
streaming,
that.
hell.
Oh,
Ricky
your
just
mic
told me.
ain't
Yeah,
been. Look,
see,
we
look,
just
I
been
told
talking
you
to
how
each
to
other.
start.
Oh,
God dang,
your mic ain't been. Look,
See,
we
look,
just
I
been
told
talking
you
to
how
each
to
other.
start.
Oh,
God dang,
your mic ain't. Look,
See,
we
look,
just
I
been
told you
talking.
not coming through. All right, bet. I'm gonna be right back, bro. Give me about 5 minutes.
It's gonna be about 20 minutes, y'all.
An eternity later.
Right.
Lord have mercy. Yes. Uh-oh. Mike's got to go too.
Damn. Everybody got to go.
I
Oh
don't.
man.
That's the beauty of not having kids and a woman. They ain't got to go nowhere.
Hell no. All right. So I got a question.
Is there?
Yeah.
How y'all been feeling about the Trump mishap?
Talking about him getting locked up?
Yeah, him getting locked up and what they trying to do to him in order for him not to run and win.
I feel like it's uncalled for.
Yeah. I think people just scared that he's actually going to get it again.
Yeah.
It's gonna be one of those things where obviously everybody noticed that when he had his mugshot, everybody called it. That was just gonna do anything but make him bigger. Why would you even push it? Like, why would you still try to push it that hard if you know anything you do with the media is just gonna make him bigger?
And the
Like
thing about it is if it falls back on them, that's the worst mistake they could have ever made. So
right.
y'all act like he's just gonna sit back and not make it the best it could be.
Well,
But you gotta
they're
think
trying to
about
get
it.
him like he insinuated a riot. He never insinuated a riot. His last
Right.
words on January 6th was, "You guys go home peacefully." That was his last words. They're trying to get him on apparently a conspiracy to what was it? Conspiracy to override the election.
Yeah.
Like
He ain't had nothing to do with the
okay,
election.
no.
No, it
And they
was
keep trying to say he did.
Yeah,
yeah, he's saying he was buying. Well, he was getting them to buy votes in Georgia somewhere.
yep. Fine
Yeah.
votes. Like I ain't gonna bullshit, but
He ain't doing nothing but telling the truth around here, and they don't like it.
No, they can't stand it, bro. And that's the thing. Like, it's like Jimmy Carter is about the closest person I could kind of like mindset wise compare him to. Because Jimmy
Yeah.
Carter didn't give a shit what nobody thought or what he was gonna say what he wanted to say.
He run Trump run the country like a business, like it should be. Anyway.
Yes, and you
yeah,
gotta have balls.
And
Yeah.
he don't look at nobody as upper class, lower class, middle class, anything like that. Everybody's equal. Everybody should have the same equal opportunity.
Exactly.
And that's how he was running it, and they don't like that.
I think they didn't like him because his mouth, because he was cocky. But I don't really consider it cocky. I mean, he just had a good game and he had a
If
good
it would have,
plan.
if he would have been running back in a time where social media and all these platforms wasn't a thing, he would have killed it. Like he still won it, obviously. But now when he opens his mouth on a social media platform and says something out of term or outrageous to other people, it makes them look at him and go, "Oh, he's crazy. He's crazy." And it's like it's
They
First
misconstrued.
Amendment, man.
They misconstrued what he gonna say, bro.
Always.
The media is gonna make everything what they want it to be. Just like the same situation with Deion Sanders, Coach Prime. They try to make it seem like, oh, he out here doing this, that, and the third. He can't hang with a Power 5 school and thing like that. But he came to Colorado, a school
Unheard of.
that right, a school that unheard of won one game last year.
Mm-hmm.
And he came in the first game they won with some HBCU players, and they beat number 17 TCU,
TCU.
a team
Yep.
that just went and competed for a championship.
Exactly. Because TCU ain't been what TCU's for. I know for at least the past 8 years they've been relevant,
Right, and
and
he just
they
came
no
in and beat
pushover
them.
team.
Right,
But I mean, that's the way the world is now. Somebody starts going up to the top, they're gonna try to make anything. Especially when you got a public platform,
hmm
they're gonna try to break it down and
You gotta watch
nitpick.
what you say, pick your battles and shit like that. You can't
Yeah,
just go in there balls to the wall saying what you gotta say because
Right.
people are
but
gonna come out the woodworks to hate you.
that's the way it should be. That's the problem. People sugarcoat too much shit.
But the thing with Prime, he didn't come in with no cocky attitude. He just say, I brought my luggage with me and it's Louis and we coming.
Yeah,
That's it. And everybody took offense to that. Like, bruh, all he did is tell you we coming. And he didn't say, oh, we finna beat everybody by a big margin, nothing like that. He just said we coming.
yep.
And everybody take that as a threat.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Because they know that he's capable of bringing it.
cause I'm gonna be honest. He relates to the kids from where he came from. He never forgot where he came from. And he still showed it.
Oh,
Deion Sanders, Coach Prime,
prime time.
prime time.
Mm.
But you gotta look at it. He never turned it back on where he came from. And he all just teaching these kids and trying to make them better men. He not only coaching them and trying to get the best out of them, he teaching them so they'll learn, so they can continue to improve and continue to be the best that they can be outside of football.
Oh yeah.
And speaking of the same thing, like all right, when we talk about how the media takes shit to another level, I just watched a video on TikTok today. It was Colorado played UAB. I think it was Alabama University Montgomery. It might have been them, but apparently like Deion pushed the coach or something because he tried to dap him up and give him a little hug or whatever. And the coach was like, no, so Deion just kind of pushed him off.
Oh
I mean,
yeah, that when he was with Jackson State.
yeah,
Yeah.
the dude showed disrespect to him.
And I'm gonna
So,
show the
yeah.
same disrespect back to you. Don't get mad at me. You keep trying to say. I remember that that coach was talking shit to Prime, and he kept saying Prime ain't HBCU or something like that. But
Yeah,
Prime always try to show love to everybody, no matter what the situation. He first and always show love, no matter what the situation is. He win or lose, he still show that respect
oh yeah.
because they're the type of person he is.
But like I said, they try to make it seem like he was a bad guy because he did that. But I mean, what do you expect? If somebody does that to me, shit, I'm gonna do the same thing.
And you can't just let it slide because it's gonna keep happening.
Yeah, I mean, you can't be a pushover.
Nope. Especially in a sport, you know.
Hell no.
A sport full of coaches. It's always coaching, been coaching.
Oh yeah,
They're gonna try to push and pull.
they're going to in that. But see, like that ain't really starting to circulate till now. I mean, I guess it circulated back when it happened, but like they're bringing it back up now. You know,
Bring
what
it
I'm
up
saying?
when it doesn't need to be brought up,
Yeah,
or when they think that
because
it's
they
a
try to
reason to
find
harm him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they trying to find something to downplay him and
Mhm.
not give him that success that he deserved. Because
exactly.
at
If
the
they're
end
not
of the
letting
day,
him, they're not letting his reputation.
yeah,
Like he's got a damn good reputation. And
Yeah.
if they need to bash somebody, that's what they do. They bash your reputation.
yep.
So the
Then
only way to
they
defend your
try to
reputation is to speak out on it.
then they try to keep kids and recruits from going where he going, anything like that. They try to diminish
Like
him
blacklisting
because
him.
blacklist him, and then now they worried that he gonna take all the top recruits. Bro, they
Well-
see what he doing. You can't stop that. No matter how much you try to downplay, he showed what he knows how to do and what he does and what he brought with him. He shows
CJ
that on the
said people too
field.
soft these days. That was
Yeah,
CJ just
people
said.
is too soft these days.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you gotta also look at what has he done wrong. What has Prime done wrong?
Nothing to push him to the point where he has to
Yep.
be looked
Built
down
a
on like
team.
they got him.
Right.
Build the team. That's all he did. Build the team.
Yep. Built a better team than the Power 5 school that's already out.
Yep.
That's it.
He built a better team in 1 year. Well, in one summer,
One
Mhm.
season.
one off
Look,
season.
hold on. I don't
Off-season.
want to cut you off because I don't want y'all. I want.
Go ahead.
We'll go ahead and get it popping. Then Rick and just joined in. What up, my boy Rick? We ain't seen Rick in probably about 4 or 5 years. Welcome to
We ain't seen Rick in 12 years, bro.
welcome to the podcast, Rick. He had to put a hood on, so he in the cartel.
I was gonna say right.
But other
To
than
hide his
that,
identity.
Order Bandit say he about to join in too when he get back to the house.
But
So we'll go ahead and get it
Coach
popping
might
there. So
join.
today we got Keep It Chill podcast, of course, bringing the podcast back this weekend. Mike, what up with your capo? Mike, me and Mike been having an argument for the past 2 weeks about a certain topic, so I thought I'd bring it to the podcast. You know, I like to talk about it. He agreed, so we'll go get it started.
Oh, hold on.
Junior also wanted
Wait before you bring that up. Let me run to the kitchen right fast.
Oh, do you
there.
think? All right, we'll hold off on it. We'll hold off on it. Well, I'm gonna do the introduction then. So I'm gonna go. We got Mike right here beside me, and beside him is Junior. Junior's in the red shirt, Mike in the black shirt. Right here to the far right over here eating, all on the camera and shit. That's Cody, prison dad. We got him up in here too. We got Rican down bottom. Like I said, we ain't seen Rican. When last time we seen Rican, Cody? When last time we seen this nigga?
Probably like 2 podcasts ago.
Two.
About 2 podcasts ago, it'd probably be
2
like,
weeks.
I
So
don't
that's
know,
probably about
Yo,
4 and a
6
half,
months
5
then.
months.
We played the
Yeah.
game with y'all like a couple days ago.
We talking about seeing you, dog. We talking about seeing your face. We talking about seeing that face that you got, bro.
Bro, what you want to do? You
You
want
know.
to FaceTime me? I'll give you my number.
But yeah, so we got that's Rican. We got my boy Exclusive up in here, DJ Exclu. We got
You don't want me to
we-
FaceTime you.
We got a
Hey
good
man,
squad.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm sorry. If y'all in the Valley area or somewhere close by, hey man, pull up, bro. Chill done gave me a fire ass
Oh yeah, I got you.
introduction,
You already
logo,
know.
all
You already
that
know.
shit. But y'all pull up, man. If y'all want to have a good time tomorrow, I will be DJing tomorrow night at 10 o'clock.
You need to make sure you stream that shit too, School. What you need to do?
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
gonna stream. I'm gonna set my phone up. I got my hold on, where is it? I got my selfie stick, but it's like a tripod.
Okay, bet then.
Oh, here
Well,
it
I'm
go
not-
right here.
I'm
Look
not
at
gonna
this
wait
shit.
on Bandit to get in here. I ain't
Look
gonna
at
tell him
this
when
shit.
Bandit.
Ooh, that bitch can sit up long as hell, boy. A bit long as
Shit
hell.
straight. So you got a table and everything, don't you?
Yeah, I
You
got.
know, Junior
Oh.
do music too now. You know, Junior do music too. He coming down here.
Oh,
to-
yeah,
he
y'all
does.
ain't
Yeah.
seen my turntable.
Yeah. You show them to me when you got them.
I
didn't know you- I didn't know you
would get it.
Early. Like, early. She
Oh,
was like
yeah.
right after Christmas, wasn't it?
Yeah, right when I got home.
That's what I thought it was.
Yeah.
I thought they
Cal,
got
we
there
been
before
good,
you
been
got
good,
home.
Cal. Been
Oh,
good, man.
June.
You know, good. Been
Oh,
good,
yeah.
chilling, man. You know, with the family and whatnot. We down here in paradise. No pun intended.
Paradise.
No pun intended. You know, but we're gonna go ahead and get it started. Then, like I said, we got a good little cast tonight. The only person we're missing is Sheely, Border Bandit. Sheely, Border Bandit. We missing like 2 more. I can't remember. Tyler. Tyler race his ass. Probably gonna get in here later when he see we doing this. And then it's 1 more that we missing, but it be alright. We're gonna go ahead and get it started though.
Like Cody Jones over here with the white one.
We ain't got Brad.
That's DJ Silky
We
Jack.
ain't got Brad.
Brad, that's who it was.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all seen Brad change their name? That threw me for a loop.
Yeah, I noticed it.
What's his name now?
Hold up. Let me
We
go.
got
hold on, let me go back to
Chill, we got
Journal.
Honeydew in the building. We got
Okay, now what
Honeydew in
you-
the building.
Oh, it's Dr. Plague.
Yeah, his
What
name
you-
Dr. Plague now. We got Honeydew in the building too.
Yeah, his name's Dr. Plague now. Not you putting up the green screen.
Andrew don't want nobody to see her, so let me put it up.
Look, tell her we already done seen her. Hush, boy.
Yeah, I got
Everybody
Foul.
done seen her. I know.
Foul took down my
You know
green
them
screen.
bad niggas.
And she's got her
And look,
photography backgrounds and stuff up.
Look, it was on
Oh
one
yeah, that
leg.
can still work. Carter still, that still work.
It was there, grab it, and pull it over.
Banner to myself, he about 45 minutes. Well, no, Banner he SOL. Then we'll get it popping there. So I'm gonna put y'all in on what the hell me and Mike been arguing about for the past 2 weeks. So,
What's up?
matter of fact,
I'm done.
we'll just go ahead and get that conversation started first. I told Mama we're gonna talk about that first. We'll go ahead and talk about that first. So I just want to get everybody input on it, and then we can dabble in it for a little minute, just to see how everybody feel about it. So, told this about the same question I asked you earlier. We've been debating about this same topic for like I said, going on 2 weeks. So I asked all y'all already one time. Mike thinks that since Mike, you go ahead and explain it. Mike, go ahead, you can explain it.
Tell it, bro.
I want to remember this conversation.
Go ahead, Mike.
So the conversation is there an American? That's it.
Oh yeah.
What that question again? Repeat that question.
Hold
Make
on,
sure everybody heard.
Mike. Hold on, you come
Adjustment. Hold on. I don't remember that one. Is that better?
Yeah.
Your voice is way lower.
Oh yeah, my voice. I told you I want to sound like a chipmunk. Yo. Is that better?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
A little more
He
clear.
had changed his voice and voice meter, bro. You trying to sound black?
Hell no.
What up with your code? What's going on, bro? What's going on with you? I appreciate you dropping in.
So the conversation is there an American culture?
I think there is. I think it's just different, and it's not just one solid culture like an African culture or a British culture or an English culture. It's just a mix.
It's a melting pot.
Stop saying melting pot.
Like
Stop saying
because
melting pot.
you got
Go ahead,
or
go
a
ahead.
cesspool, as I've said before. It's kind of like a cesspool. It's just everything's thrown in it all at one time. Just sat there. I mean, you got shoe companies, clothing lines, hairstyles. You got all that. All that shit's mixed. There's not just one. We can't be like, oh, well, we're predominantly African or predominantly English or predominantly white. We're not.
So this is where I come in at with the contradiction to Mike. What Mike's saying. So I completely understand. We're all over here in America, but what we follow by or what our parents were raised by is not what we can call American culture. It's two different things. So just because we stay in America does not mean that we are of American culture.
But when you adapt to American ways, that's what makes American culture. If you're African or Puerto Rican, Mexican, and you stick to that culture strictly, then that's what you are. But when you adapt, it becomes American.
So what do you mean by adapt though? Like what happens? How can you adapt?
Now, what makes it? All right. So, for instance, you're Mexican, like I am.
Yep.
You'd eat Mexican food all day, every day.
Every single fucking day.
Okay. What culture would you say you go by?
American.
Okay. What makes it the American culture?
America.
No. Hold on. Can I say something? It's not an American culture. It's an American custom. You're a custom.
Hold on. Say it again. School, you kind of low. Say it again.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
All right. It's not an American culture. It's an American custom. It's just something that you're accustomed to, that you live by, just because you live here.
Well, I mean
that
the thing about it is, if you
though.
and it's also one of those things. It's free will.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to specifically be running as your a Mexican culture, an African culture, Jamaican culture, anything like that, you can do that. I mean, obviously, you watch the what are they? God, they still riding horse and carriages and shit.
The Amish.
The Amish. That's an Amish culture. You see people raised in it. They grow up in it. They have a free will choice to either go out and explore the free world. Asher, get down. I'm gonna elbow you in the head. Or they can stay as an Amish culture. but there is no coming back and forth to them. Like you can't be Amish and then choose to go into the free world and then come back when you realize, oh, the free world's a bitch, or
So
it's crazy as shit.
That still brings in the argument though. So if you're born in America, I can understand where you can be like, yeah, he's from American culture. But if somebody moved here from Africa, from Mexico, from Puerto Rico, wherever you come from, you can't just move here and say that them niggas are a part of American culture. Just what's adapting? What is adapting is the real. What's adapting? What do you have to do to adapt yourself to American culture?
Fast food restaurants, corporation clothing, internet, all the amenities that make it easier in life for say.
I look at it like
original cultures
it's like
aren't
tradition.
based off of any it's not based off of any technology. It's not based off of any of the spreads of trade where you've gotten different spices and stuff like that from other countries. No. Your culture is based off of your country, the way that country was started, founded, and built. If a lot of people's households are like that. They send their kids to a public school, but when they get back from a public school, they have an African or Jamaican or a Irish or an Italian certain culture.
Yeah, you might go by a certain culture in your house, right? You like I said, how your parents raise you. But
and that's why I say,
go to school or something like that. Now you're going to an American school now, so you're gonna adapt. That probably the only way I say you adapt to American culture, because you're literally learning the American culture when you go to school.
Really, I mean, even if you use religion in a sense, a lot of people come from China to America for religious reasons.
Yeah,
you have the freedom in America to be political.
They running from what the hell they got experience over there, though. I wouldn't mind.
That's what I mean by the political side of it, the communism side of it. They run from that to come to what Big Mike was saying, the free will side of it. A country where you can choose, you can be as Asian as possible and believe in God instead of the traditional Asian cultures. So that's what I mean by the American culture is just free will. You have choices. It's not you're stuck to do one thing. That's why I say the American culture is mixed.
I agree what you're saying, okay? And don't make me sound like I'm one of those Americans not free type persons.
Yeah, no, I feel you.
There still is problems in America with certain people believing in certain things.
Oh yeah.
Well, I don't really agree that makes it a culture thing. I mean, I get religion and stuff is part of your culture, but to say that, I don't know. Let's just say, for instance, okay. Let's say that a guy from like you said, like what'd you say? China comes over here because he can't believe in God over there, but he's also gay over here. He's still gonna get criticized by somebody.
Oh yeah, you're gonna have him regardless. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh,
So,
it's not about the criticism.
but what makes it? What the question? What would make it an American culture?
Because it's okay for them to be like in that example, it's okay for them to be gay over here, but you still gonna get talk shit about regardless. So either way, it still go happen. But
it's your own free will to practice what you want.
Well, that's why I say.
Now that's the biggest part of American culture.
Is free will.
That's the big. Now I agree with Mike on that part. It's the biggest part about American culture, free will. That's the biggest part of it. That
if you come over here as I don't know, Islam, is that a word?
Yeah, Islamic.
Yeah,
Islamic. If you come over here as an Islamic and you're living based on that culture, and you're changing it, you can't do that in a different country.
So we're just saying freedom's American culture.
I mean that's
free will. Free will is American culture.
You got England. They're pretty free over there.
I mean, no.
You can't have guns in England. Certain places you can't have anything bigger than a certain caliber. I think a 22 is the biggest caliber you can have as a home defense.
Honestly, I think it's shotguns.
CJ says American culture is drinking on every holiday. That's probably the truest shit I ever heard, boy.
Germany drinks on the job sites. Like they got vending machines with beers. Like how we have sodas, they got beer. So it's like, But they also work just as hard as we do.
I think culture is just a broad spectrum of things, though. Because I mean, you got culture and music, and
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but culture, like cultural music, is also available in America. You know, so they still making Latino music over here, Spanish music, damn, you know, it's
once again,
still. So, but you can't say that's
I was gonna
American
say-
culture though, just because it's a
Well-
a variable here.
No, it's not about
Once
being
again,
American.
it shows. Once again, it shows free will. Free will is the American
See,
culture in the music industry because
You
you
gotta
can
look at
take
it.
you
America.
can take a Puerto Rican song and have a white guy rapping on it, and people love it. It hits the top charts, and not just our country, but over in other countries.
yeah,
Like you have people that are taking as DJs, they're taking and mixing different types of melodies with other songs and other sounds.
the
and
more we break
reaching
it
top.
down, the more we break it down and look at it, America doesn't have a set culture. It's
Just free will.
I'm
whatever you
gonna
wanna
put it like
be.
this: the American culture is an abundance and basically like a whole lot of cultures into one.
It's the mixing bowl.
It's a melting pot.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Saying
Yeah,
melting
Lord.
pot.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
basically
he
like a
says-
big
He
melting
says
pot.
melting pot. I say cesspool. I mean, it's
Whatever you
It's
want to
mixed.
call it, name it.
It's
It
mixed.
just
That's what makes America America.
right.
You know, that's
It's
what
free
free
makes
will.
will.
Put it.
It's
This is a crazy
culture.
way to put
It's
it.
American. It's American culture. It's free will. That's how. It's the only way we can put it.
it worked.
yeah.
I didn't
You
think
can-
about it. It worked.
To go even further, we even are. It's fucked up to say we're even allowing men to think that they're women and cut their balls off to become women. If you want to talk about free will and
Dang,
American
no
culture,
now that's another.
just
Nah,
saying.
I'm about to say, look, that's
That's
another
That's
another
free
another
will
topic,
and free
you know.
in the country, bro.
I don't think nobody in this. I mean, I know damn well Tyler don't. I can just put that shit out there right now. And Tyler don't snuck in here, y'all. What's going on with you, Tyler? You ain't gonna sit in here and
He
be
ain't
quiet.
showing
Now,
his
you know,
face.
go ahead and speak your racist
He's
mind.
showing his
Hey, I
face.
was talking.
You was
I'm in
talking.
the middle of playing the game. So yeah, I said some things.
He was a little quiet,
Damn, I
but
didn't
he
hear him
wasn't as
then.
loud as he normally is.
Yeah, that boy Tyler
It
racist
was
as hell,
about
man.
the
Glad to have
drinking
you,
on the
Tyler.
job thing. I was like, shit, let's go.
Well, see, so let's talk about that then. Cody, you don't open that wormhole. We might want to jump into it. So I already know. We know this ain't something that we talk about every podcast, but we'll bring up something that may have happened, like a man competing in woman sports, all this shit. None of us agree with that shit and whatnot. So, but I want Mike and Junior to voice their opinion on it as well and see.
Y'all don't want
Caught up, man.
Gotta get my band off.
All right, I'll start this conversation off.
He said, "Hold my beer."
Jesus, I got something to say.
Okay. My viewpoint on this shit. Are we talking like women and men in sports, or we just talk about in general?
in general,
like
just in general, yeah.
General, just take it general.
Okay, so the whole transgender thing doesn't bother me, and let me tell you why. Hold on, let me. Sorry, y'all. Just trying to figure this out.
Check. All right. Is that better?
Yep.
All right. So, someone being transgender doesn't bother me. What bothers me is you thinking that you don't have to tell me that you were transgender, or that you thinking that I still have to think that you're a girl the whole time. I don't care, nonetheless, if you cut your dick off or not. I don't care. It doesn't bother me. It has nothing to do with me. I don't lay down beside you. I ain't got to touch it. None of that. That pussy. But for you to sit there and make the world think like, okay, we science changes, whatever, but something that's been the same for as long as existence is there's a male and a female. Yeah, there's some city times where you got hermaphrodites and shit like that, but they can fix that, and that's just one of those things. It's like a I don't want to use flaw as the word because I mean it's just something that happens. Mutation. Yeah, it's a mutation. But you as a grown person, if you want to decide, okay, well, shit, I feel like if I woke up one day and said, hey, my name's going to be Samantha and I'm cutting my beard off and all this, I should be able to do that as a grown person. But I also shouldn't force it on you as far as to say,
this is what it has to be, because that's not true.
Exactly, especially if I've known you to be
Right.
somebody for this whole time.
If you've been a,
Right.
if you've been a nigga your whole
Yeah.
life, bro, I'm gonna keep confirming to you. as
Use a
that
nigga. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
It is what it
That's
is.
it. That's
And I
it.
think
right now,
that's what
if you on
everybody in here's
camera right now,
consensus is.
like if you came in here right now on camera and was like, "Look, I'm cutting my beard off. I'm changing my name to Samantha. I'm gonna start wearing dresses," I would still call you Junior, just because
Exactly.
you've been known as Junior since we was young.
And I
Like,
know people, and
it's not-
believe it or not, I know a couple people that are transitioning or have trans, and I try to be respectful
Yeah,
and try to remember their new identity. But
Well,
shit,
right
I've known you
offhand-
since I was in fucking middle school. I'm gonna mess up.
yeah,
You're still
yeah.
this and this. But
Now,
people, like, my whole deal is like, I'm gonna go even further and to say, when it comes to children on this, like, they're making it so okay that they're letting 12-year-olds and 13-year-olds decide, look, if I can't get my own job or pay my own bills, when I was growing up, you wasn't grown till you had your own shit.
Yeah, he said some shit.
You couldn't make grown folks decisions until you had your own shit. And I'm sorry, 12, 13, everybody knows from about 12 to about 16 is a confusing time for teenagers.
Dude, I'll
So
say
you
up
got a lot of
until
emotion.
21.
Yeah, I mean, even that. But I'm saying that's your most.
shit, go a little further because I still get confused and I'm finna be 31. So,
Of course,
yeah.
I feel that. I've been there.
in the grand scheme of things, that's the most like vulnerable state for. I feel like, because we're transitioning from being in elementary school and that middle point in life where it's like, okay, we're feeling, everybody gets 13, they get excited, oh, I'm a teenager, and then you start,
Rebellious.
liking women, liking girls, whatever you like. So, but I don't think it's that time to say, well, shit, I don't feel
thing
like
is, if
a boy.
If we're gonna let fucking children make those decisions, why don't we just hand children guns? I mean, it's the same concept. It's a
Let 'em
fucking
drink.
decision.
Let 'em drink.
It literally is going to affect their life in the
Just
long
go
run
ahead
if they shoot somebody with a gun or if they cut their fucking dick off. Like,
Dog, a 12-year-old is not making no decision to be a boy or a girl, dog. You barely even
it's
damn.
it's the parents pushing the fucking deal. They want their child to be
people-
special. They want the attention.
Yeah.
Look, let
Like,
me just say,
it's not
I
about
wish
the
my
children.
11-year-old would. I wish the fuck she would. And me
Well, the thing is, it's
standing
never
at
children,
5
though.
feet and my daughter 5 or 4'9", I wish she would. Baby, please. You don't
Yeah.
get to make no decisions. How much time I spent into dealing with your attitudes on the regular. Me dealing with shitty diapers, pissy diapers, waking up in the morning, not getting no sleep. You think I'm finna let you make that decision on your own when you can't even decide what you gonna eat for breakfast in the morning? Baby,
Right.
You know what?
please.
I'll say
wish
this.
you would.
You still have
We-
trouble
let's
deciding
go
what
back to
type of
culture
children.
real quick.
I respect my
The
children
United
and give them the right to be their own person. I teach them that. I don't want you to be who I want you to be. I want you to be a decent human being because I'm raising somebody's wife and somebody's husband. At the same time, I want you to also know that it's certain things that you just don't do in life. And if you think you're going to do it with your mama, man, please, I'm going to do you like my mama did me and I'm going to put my fist through your mouth. Look, we'll talk about it when you wake up. Hold on, wait. Like that TikTok said. Oh, wait. Let her get up. Let her go. Bop, bop, bop. Let him get up. Nah, it's over with. You don't got no choice around here. Pay some of these bills. Go ahead and get some of the insurance.
Yeah,
Wake
if
up
you can
in the
pick your
morning every
agenda.
night and do what I do. And then you can make
My
that
thing
decision.
is
But
if
if
you
you
change
pick
the
your agenda, you
limit
can
to
pick a
the
bill to
drinking
pay.
age and the smoking cigarettes age to 21, if you find that that's dangerous, is changing the age of us from smoking cigarettes at 18 to us buying cigarettes at 21, you think that's dangerous compared to a kid cutting his dick off at the age of 13? Like,
So, we
or
were
just a
talking about
bunch
the
of
whole
plastic
culture
surgery
thing.
down there to add a penis?
Yeah.
Like, that just disrupts all kinds of stuff. And
I have the perfect example of our culture of the United States. We promote mental health and
Mama.
instability.
Let me take a picture.
yeah.
Thank
Like
you.
we're
one of the
that's
only
literally all
countries-
we're known for all the
We're-
fucking nut jobs.
Well, we're one of the only
Right.
countries that allow shit like this to happen. Like I'm not gonna say every other country,
Well,
but there's only like a
You
small
can.
handful
You
of
can
other
say every other
countries
country
that
because-
allow you to have this type of like thought. Most of the time, if it's a thought like that, there's something wrong with you. Not saying that there is something wrong with people, but now I think that it used to be a thing where people used to think, oh, you know, I might have feminine ways. I might think like that. They might get bullied into thinking they were more of a woman.
Right.
But
The sad part about it, bro.
nowadays it's like a fashion statement.
Yeah,
Like, it's like, you know,
everybody's trying to say they feel that way now.
with the it started when, you know, with the accepting the fact, all right, we started accepting gays to let gays be gays. Just you know, they just wanted to love other people of the same sex. Whoop-de-doo. Okay, we got that. That's straight. Then they started, you know, then it started to proceed from that to now they're trying to force us to use different pronouns for stuff, and they're getting to the point to where they get mad about it, and it's like,
If
look,
you're
man,
a man or a woman, bro, it's he, her.
dude, I grew.
Whatever, you know,
we
whatever
all
it
grew
is.
up in. Most of us grew up in the same hometown. Most of us grew up in the same hometown. That's a country ass hometown. Like it's southern. It's a southern hometown.
Yeah.
So you know, it's. I don't know. It's different. Like,
I think unfortunately, the longer
like, it's
we
hard
go,
to just change stuff like that.
the longer we go, and the more that all these fucking sick individuals are given the limelight for doing this stuff and doing these things to their children, the more people are gonna think, "Oh, I want that attention. I want that notoriety."
Sick individuals,
That's what I'm saying. Like it's
well, I
just
mean,
crazy that
we're now at minor
I see your ass
attractive
laughing,
people.
Rick, when you left by the same damn
Yeah.
day. Whatever motherfucker said, these sick individuals.
Have any of y'all ever heard of the NAMBLA
mentally
Association?
challenged. Let's go with that.
Have y'all ever heard of NAMBLA? They're one of the companies that's kind of pushing the whole LGBTQ stuff and kind of focusing on that. NAMBLA is the National North American Boy Love Association or something like that. And it's like that's a minor thing, and now they're trying to get
they're
this
trying to
shit
get
that's like
past.
that. They're trying to push that whole like changing it from pedophile to minor in love or something like that, or minor love or something like that. I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah, they're
these-
trying
It's
That should be the
sick
death
as
penalty,
hell.
dog. You know, these folk going to jail, they getting out of jail, but that should be the death penalty if you touch a damn
Well,
child.
the
it's
reason why it's
scary
not
to
is
think
because
that that's okay. Like it's
It's
just
the
scary
agenda,
to think
bro.
that that's okay.
Oh,
And they're starting with
What?
our kids because back in the day, can't remember who, can't quote them right offhand. What they said that if we start with the youngest generation, all it takes is 2 generations and they can change the way kids think. So if they start with elementary school, those kids in elementary school growing up to then junior high and then high school, they're going to be taught all this. Then their kids are going to be taught what they were taught. And then boom, that's 2 generations. And
It's kind of like
gonna
what they're doing with
completely be taught, like, completely wrong about stuff.
fucking
Things are going to be
cross-dressers going into
too
school.
much is going to be exposed.
generations, ain't it? For my age group? Or
You're gonna have
what?
grown men taking
What the world
8-year-olds
is
on
that?
fucking dates. You're gonna have, you know,
Nah,
it
it ain't
started
been
with
2 generations.
like,
It's only been
no.
one. I think it's just been one
One
generation. Yeah, one generation.
Yeah, well, they started it heavy with our generation.
I
They
remember
started
when
it heavy with our generation. With
when I was
like,
in high school, it was everybody was scared. Like if you were gay or something, you'd be scared.
right.
We talked about them, bro. You know, I ain't gonna say we laughed at them and stuff, but a gay dude in high school, back when we was in high school, bro, getting bullied and shit. There wasn't no normal shit that we just let slide, you know, just going by like we just ain't gonna give a damn about it, you know.
See,
I know a couple of gay dudes, and I'm cool, you know. I don't want to say their names, but there were 2 gay niggas in Valley High that I was cool with, just genuinely cool with. They were straight and whatever. They knew not to. They
I've
knew not
never
to
had any
make you,
problems.
you know.
One of my best friends was gay, and I was his roommate. We were roommates, and he never forced that shit on me. Never did none of that shit. I mean, my room was right behind his room. You know, I mean, shit. It was me, him, and another chick. We all lived together. I mean, I had a king size bed. We used to watch movies in my bed, but wasn't nobody touching nothing. None of that shit.
So, you know, we're talking about how things start in school. I want to ask you guys something. So, in my school, they were real big on pushing the ADD stuff with every child. Anybody that had an issue, immediately they had ADD.
Yeah.
They needed to have Ritalin. They needed to have this. Was that something that you guys had going on in y'all's school too? Like they were really pushing
Absolutely.
these
Oh,
children
yeah.
to that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, because I thought it was just my fucking town that was ridiculous.
It
Because
just
they were
about
real big
everybody
about it.
School, bro. They were pushing their agenda hard too.
Oh yeah.
And then they wonder why most of the people of our generation grew up doing fucking drugs all the time.
Well, that was
They went from
Wait, all I heard was drugs all the time. Wait, what?
that was more of the other drugs.
Well, I was saying, and they wondered why a lot of these people are doing fucking meth and shit like that. It got real prevalent during our fucking.
Back in our hometown, Tyler. That's normal shit, you know. That
was
shit,
normal shit.
That was
for us.
normal back in where I'm from, dog. That
Like,
meth,
I'm not.
all that shit.
I'm not trying to brag about it or
That shit's still
anything,
normal, yeah.
but back when we were in high school, Beulah, Alabama, which is literally this, it's Valley. It's technically Valley. It's just the backwater side of Valley, like the lake side of Valley. It was legit put on the map on a news channel about being one of the national meth capitals of the United States or something like that. And we were like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that
Come
shit was
on.
on TV. That shit was on
Like,
TV. Now Atlanta, I think Atlanta's like, I don't want
Like
to
a
say
skate
half, but I
rink. So
think
much
like,
ice in that bitch, it was crazy.
Now it's like
That shit
getting
was
all in
wild,
perk.
oh yeah.
Like, and it's just crazy to see things have been accepted. Like, meth used to be crazy. Now it's like people are out here doing it. Like people
Hold on,
smoke
hold on,
cigarettes.
look.
And it's
Look,
like, whoa, wait a minute.
Rick, you alright? You ain't really been saying that, Rick. You don't. I know you at work. You good? These niggas ain't watching you. Is it? You straight?
Are they watching you,
I
dog?
want you to go to work on Monday. But hey, we got you, nigga. Come on in. Go ahead and take
You
your hand. It's
fired,
over.
dog. You fired. Get your ass out of here.
Right.
So when they
I'm
walking
good,
to
I'm
work
good. I'm
on
just-
Monday, they go jump his ass and throw him out of there.
Right, you go catch your cell
I'm just-
phone.
I'm
You go
just
catch your phone
listening.
call
I'm
in
just
just a second.
listening.
You go catch your phone call in just a second. Be like,
checking,
oh,
I don't want to
shit.
get you in trouble in that. Just want to get you in trouble in that. I want you to go to work. They got the FBI waiting on you trying to get our location and shit. It's all right. It's all right. All
Y'all
right,
straight.
we
Y'all
good then.
straight.
I just cleared my warrants. I don't need no more.
Nah, y'all
Nah,
straight. I'm letting y'all vibe.
But Rick, we're just glad to see you, man. Like I said, it's been, like Cody said, it's been about 7 months. It's been about 7 months, bro.
You ain't seen that face,
worried
man.
about
We
you,
played the
Rick.
game like 2 days ago, but I'm here.
We be worried about you, Rican.
We heard your
Ain't gonna lie.
voice, but there's a difference between hearing your voice and seeing your face,
Yeah,
my
but
man.
seeing your face,
Right.
yeah.
I'm not
Oh, we
Justin
know.
no more. I'm
Oh,
Justina now.
We know you don't see you scream. They can change your voice and shit with a little thing. It could have been anybody playing that damn game. Could be anybody on that game. Cause you ain't been playing the same media. Your ass at Fortnite now. Your ass at Apex. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on, man.
You ain't ready.
It said you ain't ready.
You ain't ready, bro. Don't make me turn it on, bro.
He
God
said,
damn.
"Hold up, I got it started right now."
That boy
I'm rolling right now.
goddamn.
That bitch loaded.
I was just checking, man. So
Nah, I've been good. I've been dealing with like work changes and shit. So I'm trying to get accustomed
congratulations on your
to.
promotion. Congrats on your promotion.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. I'm just trying to get adjusted now because like working those back-to-back 12s and then going back down to 8s.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So it's like working those 12s and then having that day off to recuperate, and then the next day you just got to get ready to go right back to work the next day.
Yeah.
To now it's
Yeah.
like I work Monday through Friday, and I get off at 3:30, so I got a lot more time on my hands. So I really don't know what to do with my time. So to be real with you, it's like it's easier. I can make dinner. I can fucking go to bed by like 10:30, and you know what I'm saying. Like when I was working with 12s, get off
Feel
at
like you're back in high
7:30.
school,
Go
don't
to
you? Feel
the
like you're back in school.
store,
Yeah.
get home, make dinner by like 10, go to sleep at like 12. So
Nigga,
now
that's
it's like
still too late.
I'm back to basic. I'm back to like normal.
Nigga, that's still
Like
too late.
Talladega
You been at
Nights.
12? God damn, boy, you tough, boy.
Yeah, it's like Talladega Nights. I don't know what to do with these. Just
Don't.
Just
I literally
put them down.
Shit, he got what
Don't
time you
feel
going to work,
bad.
Rican?
7.
You staying up at 12 o'clock and get back up at 7?
You have to, bro. Working those
Damn,
12
Rick.
hours. Think about it. You get off at 7:30. You get home.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
I
Okay,
live
I get what you're
about
saying.
I
now.
live about like 30 minutes away from home. I get home. I gotta go to the grocery store to go make grab dinner and shit.
You gotta buy
And I
ahead.
get
You gotta
home,
buy
I
for the
gotta
week,
make-
dog.
Well, there ain't no time to.
Well, I mean, you damn right.
You really
Sure,
got it, bro. You ain't got
I
it.
don't know why the hell Walmart at 24/7 no more, bro. That's the stupidest shit they could have done did right there.
They said
That
they were
might-
like
and they
that.
That
were
might be
losing
Panama
money.
City Beach's reason. I don't know.
No,
No,
that's
that was
everywhere.
COVID. That was COVID.
They want some what?
Down shit right
COVID
about
COVID
that.
I
started
think that
that
was the
shit.
reason that Walmart's in my area did that was during the
Yeah.
COVID bullshit. That and,
That's why ours
that
started.
people kept going in the middle of the night and robbing them. So I mean,
I mean,
Pigeons.
it is a good time to.
And they do that during the day too, though.
I'm glad you said that. shit.
Yeah, I was about
I'm
to
glad
say.
you
I
said
mean,
that shit.
either
I
way,
wanna ask
either
y'all-
way.
I want to ask y'all a question. You know, I got two more controversial topics that
All
man
right.
might be in
Shoot
discussion
it.
about. So I had to bring y'all in. So we like to keep that podcast controversial. Number one, do y'all niggas think birds real?
Bird.
oh shit! Here we go with the fucking robot birds.
No. Mike said pigeons ain't real. I want to know, can you look up in the sky, you see a bird
I've
sending
been
a power
shit
line
on
looking
by a
right into
pigeon.
your house.
I can fucking guarantee you it's a fucking real thing.
I can guarantee you've never seen a pigeon egg. I can guarantee you've never seen a pigeon nest.
Jesus Christ!
Well, they got pigeon coops.
Where?
They do got pigeon
All
coops.
in New York. Shit, made by
Rooftops.
people.
Exactly.
Made by the government. Made by the government. That's it.
I've never seen.
When it returns back to its,
He thinks birds
no,
it
are
birds
real.
returns back to its
real.
coop to fucking
Never
get
seen
refilled
what?
with shit.
I've never seen a
I mean,
turkey egg.
they think now that
Never seen a turkey egg, but I'm not sure turkey's fake.
Where
they
they
now
coming
think
from,
that dragons were kind of built like birds. That's why
Where
there's no
they
such
coming
thing as
from?
dragons. Like,
What
It's fake
if you
news.
never seen if you never seen the egg, where is it coming from? Like, are they creating them? Are we making them? Or where are they coming from? If you never seen a turkey egg,
Have you ever seen a fish being born?
yeah, it shoot out of there.
Have you seen it
Face to face.
personally? Have you seen it?
No, I ain't never seen it. No.
All right. Does that make you think?
I mean, shit.
Have you ever seen the air?
The air?
Hold up! Can you see oxygen?
that's what Junior said.
Like
That's
I
what
mean,
Junior said.
So, but
It's fake.
that's not.
Can you see
Because you can't see it don't mean it's fake.
I still say pigeons are fake though.
Oh, that's a conspiracy.
This man.
No, it's not. It's not really
Conspiracy.
I don't think bird real,
But-
man.
I think
How do you not say birds are real?
Why you don't think birds are real?
See a
I want to know.
bird.
I want to hear your logic
I
on
can
this.
look up in the window right here and see a bird just staring down into my soul from the power line, and he gonna stay there all day.
Because he ain't scared
Nah,
of
that
you.
nigga ain't real. That's what it is. Nigga spying on me.
No, I bet you go stare at the grizzly. He's still gonna stare your soul out of your body.
You seen the grizzly in person?
I have.
Yeah, I've seen him at
I've
his
seen him in person.
But I guarantee you, he'll stare you down. I guarantee you.
Pigeons ain't real.
Pigeons ain't something people want to go to the
No, look, man.
What?
The pigeons ain't real.
he said, "What the?"
It's that simple.
So look,
I mean,
on that same topic, then I got two more controversial topics. On that same topic, then storms are man-made.
What?
Yeah,
Wait, hold up. What?
Hard shit right
they
there.
can be.
What'd you say?
Storms, hurricanes,
Storms? Oh, okay.
Who said they can be?
By now
can.
and how aggressive they are, I think they are.
That said that?
Yep.
I do agree with you there. I agree with you there. They can be made. I believe that.
I mean,
what I'm saying.
There's only so many times you can hear about things like HARP and
Yeah,
not
I've heard
question
HARP.
it.
I mean,
see,
think about it.
You know they can. You know they can make clouds. We've seen the machine that can make clouds. It pumps out hydrogen. It brings it to
Hey,
it.
we
They
grab
can
her.
cause it to create. But what they've shown, and they've shown studies of, is they're using the HARP program to activate stuff. So when they fly over and they drop the chemicals in the air because they're crop dusting, they use the HARP to send signals through the atmosphere to hit that chemical, and that chemical is what disperses across. That's like causing all kinds of other shit in the air.
CJ just said the same thing. So
That's
I
how-
believe in a man-made all that shit. CJ just said the government just straight up told us aliens are real and nobody gives a damn. Why do people not care about aliens no more?
Because they've spent so
about to-
long telling us it's not real that now that they're saying it is, it makes people go, "Well, what are you hiding now? Like, what are you trying to throw us off of?"
Well, it's because we've known all along.
We're more
My-
open-minded now.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those things where now that since you've come out and told me that they're real, I don't believe that they're real. now that you've come out and said that they're real, well, being that the government has lied about so much, but still left so much directly in our face, that we all know that, we're all pretty sure that aliens are out there. But when they come out and say something's real, it kind of makes you second guess it. Because you're like, all right, now something else, like Tyler said, now something else is about to fucking happen. Or they about to do like a fake invasion. So like now, oh God, we're being invaded by aliens.
There's actually some talk about a fake invasion.
It's called Project Bluebeam. Look up Project Bluebeam.
Yeah,
it's like if you ever watch like the NFL, how they have the videos of, I think I've seen one of a panther crawling across the fucking stadium, like across the top of the stadium. That's the type of shit they're gonna be using.
You should watch more stuff based off of fuck, what is his name? Never mind, it'll come back to me. It was right there, and I forgot it.
I do. I've always believed in aliens to a certain extent. Like, I don't believe like little man, big green head shit.
They don't look like that. I don't think they look like that.
I think there's different types. I think our Earth is inhabited by different types.
I'm honestly gonna say I really hope that we get like the Mass Effect aliens. I want them blue bitches. I want them blue bitches. I can fuck.
Man.
Jesus Christ, Tyler.
When they're just big ass blobs of just dirt.
Yeah, it's jail. There's gelatin.
You're gonna be a jail. You're gonna look at a microwave.
What if they come to Earth? What if they come to Earth looking like us, but instead of being our size, they're bigger than we are? They look like humans. They're just big as fuck. They're just giants.
Like show me that big ass pussy.
This is going into the religion side, but the Nephilim side of it, which are giants. Like what if that's how things were moved, that's how the pyramids were built. They come back every once in a while, and when they come back, they're giants. So that's why all this giant fucking shit on our
We ain't build pyramids, dog. We ain't build pyramids. Mike, you really think we built the pyramids?
Fucking Lewis.
How in the fuck?
Look, I told you this already.
You don't believe birds
are real.
The way that they have it
depicted. I don't believe pigeons are real. Let's differentiate that. Hold on. Come out. I don't believe in aliens. You really think we didn't build
pyramids? We did not build them pyramids, dog. We didn't build them pyramids.
We definitely did.
No, we did.
I do believe there's a such thing as a giant, whether it be in an alien or just being a bigger, dumber species. If that makes sense, like a bigger species that was more primitive, and the smaller species of person.
How big of a giant are we talking?
Conquered a giant.
I'm about to say, you ain't talking about Jack and the Beanstalk, kid.
Like how many feet?
I better find that video of the fucking mountain.
Well, if you go into weight, height, and strength, they'd have to be big enough to pick up at least a 2-ton block and move it. If you're talking about the way that the pyramids were built, and then the precision. There's a 70-meter statue of Osiris. I could be wrong. Don't like not 100%. I think it was Osiris. No, it's Ramses. It's Ramses. It's a 70-meter statue of Ramses that's cut with so much precision. It showed the muscle in his arm and in the kneecap, the shape of his kneecap. All right. For one, don't know how that stone was moved. Two, the precision of it, everything. Like it's crazy because that was cut out of one solid block of limestone. Limestone ain't easy to cut. Especially with hand tools, chisels, and hammers, and small little the size that like us as a normal human being can hold. Like
Yeah, but I mean, Mount Rushmore is huge as fucking. It's pretty detailed, and it happened.
That is true. That is true. I do also think that they clean that up every couple of years.
If you ban enough people, and I mean, we can't. Like, I believe it was a lot more work ethic back then. Definitely wasn't work ethic. It was absolutely slavery.
Physical.
Okay, slavery built the pyramid. All right, my bad. Slavery. But I'm saying
they've come out to show that they got paid pretty fucking well to build those pyramids. Like if you were, a lot of them died, but after they died, the family got paid. But then the son was recruited to have to fucking work for it. So.
Boy, Tyler, wow.
It's still slavery.
Dude, I'm telling you that. That's what I'm talking about, Jill.
But yeah, I don't believe in aliens. It's just I don't.
I mean,
There's a theory.
It's hard to sit and think about.
I'm open-minded to
the fucking universe being so vast.
I just don't.
And regardless if you believe in God or not, whatever, but it's hard to believe that there's only one planet out of fucking millions that has life on it.
I said, yeah, that was CJ just said to think we're the only people that to think we're the only beings in the universe is crazy. And he said if we are the smartest in the universe, then we are fucked up. We fucked. But CJ said we are fucked.
Well,
now, granted,
if you follow, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead. I'll hold mine.
If you follow history and the path that history is taking, like written history, which humans are known to fib and not know what the fuck we're talking about, so we draw random shit to identify certain shit. All right, why is there depictions of helicopters in stone in Egypt? And I mean like full-fledged a helicopter, like not like a UFO. There's also UFOs, but like this thing is a helicopter that's chiseled into stone. Why? That's not something that should be depicted in two different time periods. The way that history's gone, we've always been behind, but we've always been ahead at the same time.
It looked like a helicopter.
Like if you look at Egypt and the way that their mindset was, but the material that they were working with was way ahead of it. They were using a mindset for metals and shit, but they were using it in stone because they didn't have the ways. I mean, they could melt metals and build shit out of metals, but it's not like how we build houses and buildings out of metal. And how we're building complete ductwork and stuff out of metal. They didn't.
It's easier to build it out of stone.
To an extent, you can't make it as small. You can't make it pocket sized.
What?
You can't make it.
We're talking about houses.
We're talking about just anything. Like think about building ductwork out of stone. You have to build a chimney compared to a chimney stack. So you got a metal chimney stack that comes off, and you've got an actual chimney. Chimney built out of brick is massive, but just the chimney spout is just a small metal piece that sticks out of a roof. And that's made out of metal. Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Nowadays we build stuff smaller with metal. Stone, it has to be kind of big to be used for what it has to be used.
Well,
they have the pyramid. The way that they've mapped out the pyramid is it supposedly was a generator to an extent. It had some pieces in it that were set kind of like a mirror, so it would bounce off, collect the sunlight, help generate some stuff, and that's how they were having power. Because it's been found inside of the pyramid. Power was known to be in the pyramids. Don't know how they had it ductwork, how they built it, but whatever. It was mathematically done to the point to where if it would have been built out of metal, it could have just about been like in everybody's house. But it being built out of stone, it was fucking huge. 2, who thought of that? Like, who the fuck was just like, you know what? Build this giant ass pyramid and let's do this, and this, and not tell a single fucking person. And not tell a single fucking person why or how. Like nowadays, all we do is document. They even say that we don't have the technology to go back to the moon. How are you telling me nowadays we can't go back to the moon? We should have all that shit documented to the point to where we should be able to make it out of better metal.
Because Sentinel
that's
Prime
another. I was about to say that's another thing.
That's why they won't.
That's another thing.
To the moon. I mean, hell,
Come on, man.
I'm just saying, like that breaks into something else. Another conspiracy.
That's all it was. It's a space race.
Yeah,
whoever got to the
first
moon
one.
That's all it was.
Yep. We just need to beat the Soviet Union.
About that, Junior?
So hold up, before we get on that,
that's why we ain't been back. They say, "Oh, it ain't worth it." Like, wait a minute, it ain't worth it.
Since you don't believe in birds,
what are you gonna do on the moon? If you already been and collected what you need to collect, and found that there's the whole point of going into space is to find something better. I feel so. If you already been there, why go back? Like, okay, we know we don't need to go to the sun, but are we gonna still keep trying to go to the sun just in case?
India's going to the sun now.
They're fucking retarded.
They retarded. They send us up to the sun right now.
Be real, bro.
I'm not going to make a comment.
I understand that. I completely understand that. I completely understand that.
And motherfuckers trying to find a way to make a perfect
my thing
bomb.
is, if we've been there before, let's make a way to travel. Like,
I believe
to travel back. Just, because if we can figure out how to break that speed barrier where we are now traveling like light speeds instead of, if we can get to where we're traveling at. Well, I'm saying, like, if we can get to that point that we're traveling, like, okay, we'll say warp speed, where you're just traveling from point A to point B, that'd break all kinds of shit. Yeah, that'd break all kinds of shit on actual Earth.
But, one thing I always
that also opens a bunch of doors for a bunch of shit.
Well, we wouldn't be able to adapt quick enough to be able to move that fast.
No, we wouldn't. We wouldn't.
So
that's why the ship would have to be built in normal time, but you'd have to travel that. The ship and everything around you would travel, but the ship would stay stasis. So it wouldn't travel. So you, your body, and your companions wouldn't travel. And then when you got out where you were, it was just like you got out normal.
So what y'all think?
Kind of like a pressure chamber almost. How when you use a pressure chamber to go into deeper waters, and you use pressure chambers to correct people's blood to oxygen ratio when they come out of deep waters.
Yeah, what would you feel?
It'd be kind of something like that, except it'd be a whole ship.
I only like and go to speed like CJ said, but still.
If you've ever watched,
go ahead, Tom.
If you've ever watched Doom, how they have that fucking, oh shit, what is it? It's like a little gel that when you touch it, if you've never seen Doom, I'll send you the clip later. But they have like a
Doom or Doom.
Yeah, Doom.
Oh yeah,
Doom
yeah,
with the rock.
Yeah.
Okay, kind of like that. That fucking yellow or that little blob of fucking white light or whatever that breaks them down. That or like what was it? Stargate. Like the idea of just walking through something, it takes your fucking molecules and just shoots you across to where.
But then, theoretically speaking, if you're shooting your molecules to a different place, you're gonna come out blob. You're just gonna come out matter.
Well,
you know.
Theoretically.
Yeah, you'd have to have been there before, so there's a trace of your existence there, coming from the physics side of it. So like if I've traveled to Chill's house, and I have a remnants of him being there, of like me being there, and there's an essence of my physical being there, I could use my warp to get to his house and not be harmed. But if I was trying to travel to somewhere like Paris, where I've never been,
the confusing part
it would
about it,
travel.
so let's think about it. You know, when you do, so let's say theoretically, let's say we got a time machine. So, you know, time continually move forward. You know, it doesn't go back. So if you go back in time, so let's say you step into it, you know, molecules, matter, blah, blah, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You're literally breaking your body down to recreate yourself in another period of time. You wouldn't be able to do that. You know, just thinking off of, you know, you wouldn't be able to step through a machine that's going to break your body down and put yourself back together at another point of time in the past, which I think it's the same thing about black holes. I think
not unless there was another machine in another time period that you could warp to.
Yeah, just go and go straight.
That would be the only way, because then it would recreate you, or that machine would be built for that time period.
Yeah,
your machine would be built for your time period, but when you warp to that one, it would correct your molecules to be for that time period. So then you come out. You might still be wearing the same clothing, haircut, and all that.
Yep. Exactly. CJ just said the same thing. CJ said the same thing we said. He said teleport is just like Wi-Fi. You know, you just got to learn how to do it to live in matter, pretty much. But
so speaking of time travel,
that's kind of a Doctor Who type of thing. If you ever watch Doctor Who, that kind of hits on it.
So what y'all think happens when you go in a black hole?
Wibbly wobbly, timely wimey.
So when you go through a black hole, what y'all think happens? Is that it?
Well, it depends on if you're going off of what we've been taught or what we know now. Because there's been new studies that show that something came out of the wormhole or black hole that we've been watching, and it spit out something that was light. It swallowed a bunch of stars, but it spit out something else. And they don't know if it's stars or if it's...
Do we think that's a two-way?
I think a black hole is just a giant damn field full of energy, or a field full of
See, my thought on it is different.
So how you feel about it, then, Drew?
I feel like the black hole is a wormhole to another dimension.
So it's a two-way fucking.
I believe it's a time bend.
I see it.
And where they both just connect, and you can just, you know, and you know, I feel like that. I don't know if it's passable. I'm not gonna say that it's something that you can pass through, but as a human, I feel like that maybe like I think we're not dense enough to pass through it. You know, we're not strong enough as far as our body is capable. What
if black holes are a?
Oh, go ahead, Tom.
What if a black hole is just a gateway to another universe?
That's what we wanted. That's what we wanted to be. That's what we wanted to be. You know,
that's what Junior's saying.
And then that may be what it really is, but
like they're like all
now, you step into a black hole, you're gonna get crushed in the middle. You know, so that's
I'm still saying if they were to pay me to go fucking just to go into a black hole, pay my family like a humongous fucking sum of money I'd go.
It still gonna take you a
Fuck
long ass time to get to that black hole, though, Tyler.
Yeah,
Put me in
that's the
stasis.
thing.
Put me in like a fucking stasis that's gonna wake me up.
And Reeves are the backcourt duo.
Or fucking don't wake me up. And if I die, I die. If I get there, I fucking get there. But
Ian Porter Jr. Jordan
Yeah, I mean they got the gravity, like Cedar said, they got the gravity of 1,000 suns. So I don't know, man. I mean, but it's our theory though. We ain't never stepped into no black hole ourselves, so we can't really say.
well, I mean, we also fucking used to say we couldn't go out into fucking space. So I mean,
Well, apparently we did.
Nah,
we also used to think we couldn't fucking fly. We also used to think that fucking
Okay.
we'd never see any form of the bottom of the ocean. Like there's all kinds of things we have thought weren't possible.
Well, the problem with it now, though, I feel like where we're fucking up is now. It's not so much as a learning expedition. It's about what's the cool thing to do. So I think us going into a black hole is like not even in the mix right now.
I agree with you on
I
that.
feel like that they're more worried about like maybe building a space station for rich people to live on than going to find out what's actually out there. You know, because it's the cool thing to do to live on a space station.
Oh yeah, well, there was studies coming off of Mars since they've been traveling back, getting shit back from Mars and stuff. Apparently, a bunch of the chemicals that are in the atmosphere of Mars resembles what happens after a nuclear war happens, with the mix of chemicals and the mix of dust around it. So a lot of people have come to a theory that what if Earth was our secondary chance? We originally started on Mars, fucking ended up getting to the point where we had nuclear weapons, blew up shit, and blew up shit. It killed a bunch of shit. We traveled away. That's where the whole Christian side of Adam and Eve came from. There were two people that got away from the actual fucking chaos after Mars was destroyed.
Carter, you don't see Moonfall. I think you don't talk about before. You don't see Moonfall before. That's exactly how I feel about it. See, Mike ain't seen Moonfall, so I can't use that term.
That reference.
You haven't seen it?
That's the one with who's in that movie?
What's that man's name? It's the moon is coming down to Earth. Yeah, that's how I feel about it. And it made a lot of sense theoretically. It made a lot of sense. But Mike believes in straight from the Bible itself.
No, hold on.
Oh, shit.
He said,
So, as far as creation goes, yes. I do believe.
Big Bang Theory.
Well, so technically, biblically speaking, the Big Bang Theory couldn't have happened, but I do believe in the Big Bang Theory.
Hold on, wait a minute. Come on.
That's what I was saying.
You believe in the Bible, but you believe in the Big Bang Theory.
Absolutely. I believe that God created the earth with the Big Bang Theory.
Oh.
And that his 7 days happened in that millions of years.
Tool that he used as far as... Okay.
Yes. That's how I feel. As far as Mars...
God, Christians would hate you, bro.
Oh.
What'd you say, Junior?
Christians would hate you. Use your argument to say that God made the earth with the Big Bang. Christians are fucking...
I mean, who's to say he didn't? God tells you in his own words that our time and his time are completely different.
Yeah.
I mean,
1 year to us is 1,000 to him. So
I agree.
But
I
think Earth is Earth. I mean, it's that simple. We can say that the chemical compound.
I've been sitting here flapping my jaws and y'all ain't heard shit I said.
Nah, man, muted as hell. Been muted as hell.
As far as chemical compounds found on other planets, of course, you're going to find them there. I mean, a nuclear bomb was created from chemicals.
Yeah, just so happens to be the same ones in the atmosphere of... Well, technically it was the same ones that were in the atmosphere in Iwo Jima after they dropped the nuclear bomb. So...
That's the same on the sun. You know what I mean?
Like, my thing about it is like, how did that...
It is though.
How did the same chemicals that happen after you drop a bomb somewhere,
you got nuclear fission and fusion and all that bullshit? I don't know the chemical terms to it, but the closer you get to the sun, the more you're going to find those chemicals. It's that simple. It's a mini fucking sun we dropped on Japan.
No, I feel that.
If we drop the sun on Japan, won't be here, Mike. You can't drop no mini sun.
We did.
I think the closer we get to the, if they can get close enough to the sun, they go find some shit that we ain't never even found before ever.
No, absolutely.
You don't think so? You don't think so?
Ain't shit over there. What? No.
What'd you say,
If
dog?
we get the closer we get to the sun, we'll go find elements.
Don't call it a mini sun.
Oh,
It's
element,
right
sure.
there.
We're talking life ends and shit.
No, I don't think nothing will look
Yeah.
you know.
Well, I mean, but that's the thing that
Unless
goes
they're
back
like
to what you
fucking
said about.
giant dragons.
But see, that's
Circle
that.
the fucking
To me, I got a question for the group. So check this out. So
I bet. So give me a minute. I got you.
this goes back to you saying we haven't been to the moon still. So let's put it this way. Back, I don't know. I'm probably, I don't know if I'm older than most of y'all or whatever, but
How you, Adrian?
I'm 34.
Oh, you only
32.
4 years older than me.
So back when I was in school, like NASA was a big ass thing. Like we didn't just wear the clothing. We fucking we went to space, the fucking Huntsville to the Space Center and shit like that. Like we actually dug into it.
Space Museum, yeah.
Okay, but now I don't think they still do it. So like as far as your main like one of your reasons that we didn't go to the moon is because why haven't we been back? That goes back to what I said. We're not really focused on the science of shit no more. As a nation, we're not really focused on the science of shit. We don't.
At least not the media.
So we doing it to look cool or do it for the.
We want.
I got
We
you.
want the clout. We don't give a fuck if we sign something. So like, there's probably shit out there since I've been a fucking kid that's fucking nuts right now, and I probably won't never find out about it because we're too worried about how many people Elon Musk can fit on a fucking rocket ship to go up to space.
True.
You see what I'm saying? But not to go explore, just to go say, "Hey, I've been up to space."
A luxury type of thing.
Yes.
Just like them idiots that went down into the Titanic and fucking blew up. Just the same shit. Same
Well,
shit.
yeah, and
Same
that's
shit.
exactly what's gonna
My
happen.
bad. They
That's
imploded.
exactly
They
what's
blew
gonna
up. They
happen.
imploded. My bad.
That's exactly what's
But
gonna
I
happen.
mean, like, why go?
Let's act like if we didn't have the money, we wouldn't do the same shit. Because if I had the money to go see the Titanic in person, I'm fucking going.
So one of my drivers who comes in.
I wouldn't go that far, and I would go to space. I would
fucking
go
going,
to space
bro.
to say I've been to space, but I wouldn't go
One
to
of my
those.
fucking truck drivers
Yeah.
came in, and he made the comment. He goes, "You wouldn't catch a fucking black person doing that fucking submersible
Nigga,
shit."
I'm not going. What the fuck? The hell, like going down? I
He's
can
like, "You
swim,
wouldn't,
nigga.
you wouldn't catch a fucking black person in a submarine." He goes, "There ain't no way in hell
Yeah, my bad
you
ass
ain't
being
catching
there.
black people, fat people."
Well, my
Fucking
thing
no
is,
one.
I'm black and fat, and I'd
See,
be
the
in there.
thing, Elon Musk, bro. I mean, you know, Elon Musk, man. He oh no, I ain't mad at him. You know, if anybody can do it right now, it'd probably be Elon Musk, or you know, and whatnot.
He
But
is a very intelligent man, but like stuff like naming his children stuff, that right there fucking makes me feel like he is disqualified from doing
He's
anything.
scared.
you shouldn't be building rockets to send us to fucking space.
Elon Musk himself. It's just I'm talking about the whole reasoning
Instead
of
of
why
worrying about
people are
space.
trying to do shit. Yeah.
Well, the other aspect to it is we don't have any technology capable of going anywhere other than what we have been and sending life. That's the other
I
aspect.
think it'll just take too long. I think it'll just
That's
take
the
too long for him to
aspect.
get there.
Well, that's the aspect that I was getting at. Was if we've been to the moon, we should be able to go back. Not saying that we have to. We should just have documentation that shows what metals, how it was bolted, what size engine, how much fuel, and shit like that. I'm not saying we have to go back.
Which they
I'm just saying there
probably
should be
do, Cody, you know, just
documentations
not
to show that we can go from right here to just go into the moon. Now let's go to the fucking Mars. All right, and then maybe maybe 20 years from now we'll figure it out.
Like the world, like for us, like I mean, if you how our atmosphere is getting a little not as strong and global warming and shit like that. Go back to the moon and see. Well, I'm just saying for argument's sake, go back to the moon and see if some shit's changed there.
Oh, I guarantee
But we
it.
don't give a fuck about that no more.
Yeah,
We don't care about it no more. Dude,
Like as much shit as we've sent into it, like satellite wise, and as many random space shuttles as we sent up there that have not been relocated or blown up, and we just don't know debris. You go back to the moon, there's probably more craters in it. There's probably pieces of our fucking satellites. There's probably 2 or 3 satellites just stuck in it.
On the moon, nigga.
I got
So it's like you go up there, see what that atmosphere does to that metal that we have, and how long it can last. It's just documentation, because apparently with science, you document everything. So if it was such a big feat, why do we not have documentation of it? Like, why do we not know what metal, how much fuel, what size the engine was that we used that time? Because we know now if it's a 30-ton rocket that took us there, then we know a 60-ton rocket will take us twice as far. But if Mars is 3 times farther than the moon is, then all right, we know that we need a 90-ton to get twice as far as we did the first time. It's just things like that. Go ahead, Susan. I ain't trying to cut it.
I'll wait. Okay, so my question: if we've been to the moon one time, right? How did they get that video? How if he was the first person to step on the moon, how the hell did they record the shit?
They've said onboard cameras. They've said multiple different things. They've said onboard cameras that couldn't be affected by the gravitational pull of the moon. They've said that they put them on tripods and took it. Well, that's what I'm saying.
No,
that's what I'm saying.
The footage that they put out to the public, this man is at least 25. This camera is at least maybe 20 yards. Like from the 20-yard line to the end zone. That camera is sitting way out there.
Yeah.
But he was supposed to be the first person on the moon. Who out there?
He took his own camera.
Get that camera that far
unless they sat down.
There's multiple people in the camera. This is what I'm saying. There's multiple people that came on the ship.
CJ just said the shit. Look, he just reminded me. CJ said, how was the camera there before he got off the ship? Because it showed him opening the ship and getting off. And that's right.
Well,
how did they camera get there?
All right, look at it this way.
Y'all are overthinking the whole situation.
Yeah.
No, we not.
Guys.
Like who's
right then recorded it?
Yes.
Who's to say they didn't? They didn't.
Kind of like how people do GoPro videos for like YouTube and shit.
I'll be back.
Like, you know, how people record themselves
Like
walking
in no
out
way,
of YouTube
in no way
videos
did
and
they
shit.
say that we're just taking the very first step on the moon. They just said that this was the first person to step on the moon. He could have gotten out, set up the camera, walked back into the little fucking pod, and walked back out again.
If I'm not mistaken, I don't want to say this to be 100% sure, but if I'm not mistaken, the quote was, this is a recording of the first steps on the moon. So they didn't say these were the first steps of the moon. They said this is a recording of the first steps of the moon.
But
So,
I mean,
and a live broadcast too at that.
if
So you don't know
if that and
shit's
that's the
gonna
way
work.
that wordage goes. That should not should not have been a live
Yeah,
broadcast.
it shouldn't have been live. That's the only part.
That's what I'm saying. If we can fucking live broadcast shit from the moon back then, why the fuck is our Wi-Fi dropping right now? Just saying. Like, how are you able to broadcast something through the fucking atmosphere to another fucking planet and then get it back to being a live feed? If we can do that, why can't we go back? What I'm saying, like, why can't we do it? Why can't we do it again? Why do we not have documentation?
We're calling it live, but it was live. It was aired live.
Yeah.
it's still delayed. It's two different things.
You're right.
It's still delayed. You know what I'm saying? Like the world was different back then. You know, I mean, like Michael said, it was aired live. So to them, that was live at the moment.
That's true.
Was it Nixon
You
the
know.
president?
Who
Was it Nixon the president for the moon?
was he? I think. I don't want to say for sure and sound retarded, but I think so.
I think it was Nixon. Yeah, it was Richard Nixon. That shit was fake, dog.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I'm gonna say that shit was fake, though.
Bro. What you got against Nixon?
I ain't got nothing against Nixon, man. You know, he get impeached.
I'm just saying, like, I feel like, yeah. I mean, I don't know why people think the moon landing was fake.
It's because there's been conspiracies out there that just people have nitpicked it to the
Everything
point to
about
where that's
American
what it
culture is
shows.
conspiracy.
Well, just think there's all these people that have said
Everything in
that
America is conspiracy.
That's trash, bro.
we're surrounded by fucking ice. Supposedly the fucking government's hiding that.
I'm
They're
gonna put it
hiding
up on
the
the stream.
fact
I'm putting it
that
up on the stream.
the world's
Trash.
flat. They're fucking hiding the fact that everything's faked. Moon landings, dives.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah,
No,
there's
I'm just
flat
saying
stuff.
that's just one of the things that people say.
I'm gonna just say, I'm gonna say this,
Oh,
But the birds aren't
everywhere.
real.
and my shit, what I have read is in black and white.
Live. There- I don't know.
No,
Well, I know this
me
the
being
interview where he did.
no,
live.
it's me reading it in black and white and not believing it at first until I seen it in black and white. So all aircraft, all their
Hold on, I'm finna share my screen.
hold on. Let me get this out first.
Go ahead.
All aircraft are based off a non-rotating flat Earth. So all their navigation, everything is based on a non-rotating flat Earth. It's written in black and white.
Yeah. Well,
So-
I've seen where videos. It's obviously videos. It's not anything I've done in person, but it's them asking pilots they'll ask them how long have you been flying. One guy said 20-something years, close to 30 years. And he asked him. He said, "Is the Earth flat or is it round?" He said it's flat. There's been multiple videos of pilots saying stuff, and then I'm like, well, is it becoming a trend for them just to say that to make other people think about that?
No,
Because I overthink everything.
It's not a
If you throw
trend.
something in my face,
So
I'm
you're
gonna
saying
overthink
black
it.
and
I'm not
white,
gonna
right?
actually
So
like.
you're saying somebody wrote that down in a book somewhere.
It's in the
It's
what's it
it's
called?
higher up, way above me, way above any of us. That everything that flies and not drives on the ground is based on a non-rotating flat Earth.
I can understand that though. That doesn't make the Earth flat though.
No. I'm saying like how. Let me find it.
If you fly, if you fly the way if you travel the way the crow
No,
flies,
you got to think about it. If you're flying and all your navigation is based on a non-rotating flat Earth, you have to take account for the curvature of the Earth.
I mean, it depends on the distance.
Yeah, no, I'm saying if you're flying, if you're a pilot, you're a commercial airline pilot, you have to, for your flight, you have to take the curvature of the Earth.
That's why
So
they
you
have to
can map
fly.
out your distance, map your fuel, so that you don't get set and you don't get stuck in an area where you can't get fuel or you can't land or anything like that. So by them not doing it, and they've been not doing the they've been looking at everything as a flat Earth for years.
Yeah.
But I read it in black and white and it fucked me up. Just
I
being honest.
don't agree with you have to map it out by the curvature of the Earth.
Well, you do.
Well, no.
That's why you have altitude. That's why you have to fly at a certain altitude.
You map it out mileage and speed.
Mileage, speed, and altitude.
Well, I mean, of course you're gonna be up. I'm saying it doesn't matter if I drive 100 miles at 60 miles an hour, it's gonna take me an hour to get there.
The fuck? Okay.
But that's the difference. That's the difference.
I'm in the same car. Let's say I drive a car that drives as fast as a plane does, has no obstacles in its way, and I'm gonna get there as fast as the plane does in the same car. That's the difference. The plane doesn't have
It's
the
a lot
obstacles.
different because that plane has to account for the curvature in the air. The curvature of the Earth.
Well, you do.
No,
How?
I'm saying the curvature of the Earth.
You don't go as high as the atmosphere. You stay at that altitude. Yes, of course, I get that. But what I'm saying is, to say that the curvature really has that much of a difference, I don't think it does.
Well, it would depend on the distance.
The curvature of the
depend on
Earth does. Like if like I fly with Black Hawks all the time. So, like from a distance from point A to point B, it's a straight shot, no matter what, because we don't look for the curvature of the Earth.
Well, no, it's because you have no option.
That's not relevant.
Yeah, you're gonna fly
That's
above
on any plane or anything.
Yeah, Queen.
And I got a warrant officer. He flies commercial airlines as basically his job outside of the military, and he says the same thing. Like, there's no such thing as the curvature of the Earth that they have to account for.
So you're saying the military flies, or anyone flies, and they don't take into account for the curvature of the Earth?
They're flying on a non-rotating flat Earth.
So therefore, they don't take into account the curvature of the Earth
when flying.
That's
anybody.
I don't think they do
therefore, the Earth is not curved.
No, the Earth is definitely
the Earth's definitely curved.
I was about to say it has to be. Like I've got to see
I
the
feel
stars
what you're
like
saying. They might not account
30 minutes away.
The Earth.
I should be able to see it, but it's flat.
Why would you say it
I
has to be,
read
Tyler?
it in black and white.
Because there's a town that's literally maybe 15, 20 minutes away. If the Earth is flat, I should be able to see that.
Nope, that is not true.
Not by the way that your eyes are curved.
So you tell me if I took
that's
like
not.
a
I'm not trying to
fucking-
say like as a joke. Like your eyes,
Well, I
your
know,
eyes are
I'm
known
just
to have
saying,
the
like-
lenses that cave, not cave, that
Like
convex.
Well, if you sit on the ocean, you can see a good ways away, right?
Oh
Yeah.
Then it drops
Yeah.
to supposedly.
well,
Because like the
But-
way it's
but
been
you gotta-
explained with science is that the Earth curves, so you can't
You
see
said
for
some
so
shit
far.
To be Tyler, I get what you're saying, but you got to look at the land itself. It's different elevations and land is different heights, all that type of shit.
Water's
But when you look at water, though, like if you go to the beach and look at water, the water itself is always I ain't gonna say it'll be the same level, but the land beneath the water is going down. So just because the ocean is, you can look into the beach and see straight, you gonna see that ocean, for how many so and so miles. But Tyler, I don't think you can look out your window at that town next because I feel like it's curving. It's going around. So you're not gonna be able to look straight at that town that's 15 minutes over and see it. But you're gonna be able to look straight on water and see see water because water is rising.
Flat.
So I mean, you gonna always see it.
I just don't. I can't see it. I can't put my head with that of it being flat. It just.
I just
I
feel
mean,
like
there's
we
been people
can't
who've
see
done
far enough to
experiments
see how
for it.
flat it really is. I feel like we can only see to a certain distance, and then it looks like it curves.
We can't get high enough to see if the Earth is flat. But I'm just saying, from what I've seen and what I've read,
No.
We got.
If it was
pictures and
flat,
videos of it not being flat. Though.
well, we've never been to space.
We haven't, but I'm saying like
Somebody has.
We just went last year.
There's a space station up there that people go and work on.
You also have how do satellites rotate in different areas if there's no curvature?
I mean, if there was no curvature, bro, we
have. I mean that's. Mm-mm.
That is true.
It's round.
Yeah, I can't.
Or oblong. As what's his name?
Don't say that
Neil,
shit no more, Mike.
Fucking, it's
Neil deGrasse,
football
or whatever
shape.
his name is. Yeah.
I don't.
Well, look, y'all, I don't want to throw everybody off, but I gotta go ahead and gotta cook in a few minutes. So I got one more time if I want to talk about what y'all probably gonna make everybody get mad at each other. But hey, this is what the podcast for. So you know what I'm saying. So I'm gonna ask this question right here, and I might just leave the room. I'm gonna go ahead and leave this watch together. Go ahead and leave it. Go ahead and leave it watch together right here.
About Hawaii.
Hey, I mean, damn, that's another topic too, though. Everything blue still standing. We'll leave it alone. But then what this is something that none of us can never agree on. None of us can never agree on, and we always debate about it every time we get on this string. I just like to bring it up because we got Mike and Junior here now. But me, Cody, and Scoot can go about this shit. And Tyler too can go about this shit all day long. Who would have been president? Of all time. Of all time. Who was the best president of all time?
Fuck no.
Come on. What? As far as total, or
Who
is
was
like
the best president to ever be in the White House?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Go ahead, start us out, Cody.
Oh, JFK to me.
JFK, okay.
JFK.
What about you, Tyler?
I already said JFK.
JFK, okay. What about you, Screw?
It's either JFK or Reagan.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm waiting for
Yeah. I'm agreeing.
I'm waiting between Reagan and Trump. Sure.
Reagan and who?
Trump.
Gotcha. Okay.
If we're going top 3, then Trump's also in mine. But that's neither here nor there.
Boom. I agree.
Who I like?
Yeah, what about you, Screw?
Damn, chill. This didn't go the way you thought it was gonna go, did it?
No, I already knew. I already knew what. Go ahead, Screw.
I say, see, my top two is Clinton and Trump.
Clinton?
Yeah. I say Clinton.
Wait,
I say Clinton. No, I'm gonna tell you why.
This is the economy.
Clinton, the only president that done got head in the White House.
Okay, I'll give him that.
Hey, he's the only person that got head in the White House.
Away with it, and he got away with it.
He's the only man that got getting head in the White House.
That's fact.
Speaking of Clinton, has anybody looked at the fact that he looks like a fucking zombie?
Reagan too. But hold on now, while we're talking about Michelle now. So y'all think Michelle really Michael?
Michael?
Oh yeah, for sure. Michael
Obama.
You talking about that? You talking about that defensive end, Michael?
Yeah. Y'all think Michelle really Michael, bro? Is that why Obama pushed so hard for trans rights?
Yes.
Probably.
Yes. That's the only thing he accomplished. It's the only thing that man accomplished, bro. That man worked harder for the gay community than he did the black community, and the black community is what got him fucking elected.
Yep.
So
the only reason
I think Michael Obama is related to Maxwell the Stallion.
Oh yeah, Maxwell the Stallion. Yeah, I agree.
Who is Maxwell the Stallion?
Megan the Stallion.
Oh.
Yeah. That boy Sergey went to school with Megan, bro. He said that she
said that was a
no
man.
Woman, bro. He said that's a damn man. But it's not a here nor there, you know. It's not a here nor there.
I mean, I don't know, bro.
Like, you look at Michelle when she's standing up on the podium anytime she's talking or doing an interview.
She looks like a man.
No. Biologically speaking, coming from science, what we've been taught, a man can support 3 heads on his shoulders. His shoulders back, head back. You can fit 3 heads on a man's shoulder. A woman's shoulders can only fit either 2 heads or a half on each side. All right? You look at that woman in pictures and you draw how big her head is. You draw a perimeter around how big her head is. Not her hair or her ears, but her head. And you put 3 of those on her shoulders. 1, 2, 3. That son of a bitch fits. That is a full-blown linebacker man. Like, on top of that, why has it in multiple occasions, not 1, not 2, but like 6 or 7 different fucking occasions in interviews that have been recorded and can be looked at, he has called him Michael.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I don't give a shit how close to Michael your wife's name is. If you're a man married to a woman, you don't accidentally call your.
That shit is not.
Thank you.
I'm talking to you, Michael. Michelle, you trying to say something?
What are we saying? Look, I don't care. If she all I know is Obama was in that pussy.
Well, Joe Biden was the best president of all time, but
whoa,
shit!
You done fucked up. That nigga Tyler hate that. Boy, Tyler hate that motherfucker, boy.
I'm just joking.
My bad. My connection had fucked up. My bad.
Oh, you good?
My bad.
You all for real, dog? I'm like, shit.
They got the fuck out of there quick, boy.
Y'all know I'm lying.
My bad. My connection had fucked up, y'all.
To be honest with you, I know how Barack won. Barack got the nigga votes and shit. I don't know how the hell Biden won. And it had to be because he got on TV and said, if you ain't
He
black,
stole
you
that
don't
bitch,
vote for
bro.
me.
No, he stole that bitch, bro.
If you don't vote for me, you're not black.
You're not black if you don't vote for me. But get your ass on. And then the nigga still won.
Well, I mean, that's like they expected
No.
Hillary to win because of the woman vote.
Hillary's supposed to have won that, bro. I don't give a damn what y'all say.
Then proceeds.
Hillary won
He
that shit.
says that. Hold up.
Hillary won that shit.
He says that. He says that statement about if you don't vote for me, then you ain't black. But then turns around and does the eulogy for Tom Byrd, which is the leading KKK Grand Wizard.
That's y'all said. He's probably one of the
What
most.
you talking about?
Who is? Donald Trump?
The fuck?
No, definitely.
Nigga,
Biden.
Donald Trump is definitely top 3 racist president.
You know what got me is I've seen videos, or not
Racist,
videos,
yeah,
but stuff from him way back when, talking about how he doesn't want his kids in a fucking
That nigga's
jungle.
racist, man.
Didn't want his kids growing up like a jungle school or whatever the fuck.
That
That's-
nigga's racist.
Biden literally called black people
Biden is racist
jungle.
too. Biden racist too, but Donald Trump racist too.
He said Trump's racist
Why you gonna call it the
I
China
don't
flu?
think Trump racist.
because it's from China.
Because it came from China.
It is the China flu. Yes, but the Zika virus.
And why we call it the Spanish
Asian
flu?
reporter out there in the damn crowd, he made her leave.
That's the only one. That's different. How is that Zika virus? Ebola.
For two, he made a damn Asian woman get out the crowd because she was asking him certain questions. He told her to leave. So why you saying that's the Asian woman?
Remember to leave. Showed up with a KKK.
That nigga racist to everybody.
That's not
But
racist to everybody.
That's
He just hate everybody
That's
equally, bro.
racism.
With it being called the Spanish flu,
That,
nobody's so fucking fit about that.
apparently the Spanish flu don't count.
That's different.
Neither does Ebola.
What do you mean it doesn't count?
You
It's
can't
Was
call
Zika
it
virus.
that. Those are not locations. I mean, they are locations, but they're not. We can't solely say that they're based on the country itself.
That's exactly because that's where they
Okay,
originated from. That's why they
That
call
shit
it.
where did the
That's their
fucking
origin.
where
That's
was the
their
virus
origin, like-
actually created?
How do you
China.
know?
Like it was in
How
a
do you
lab
know
in
it
China.
originated
That's
in
what they've
Because
said it. They say it originated
Yeah,
from that
it
lab.
legit comes out and says Wuhan, bro. The Wuhan lab was in a
San
yeah.
Antonio, Texas, and expose everybody.
Huh?
Why did they? Oh, you didn't hear about it? Did you? You probably heard about it. Why they willingly bring it to San Antonio and expose everybody to it?
Because it was new. Nobody knew the significance of
But
it.
they
I mean,
mean,
do you not
what
remember?
they
Just their weight, man.
Why would they bring the COVID virus to San
They
Antonio
bring
and
it
give everybody
to
COVID?
California.
Because it was literally a play for fucking control. That's all it was.
I won't knock that.
What?
I will not.
The virus was fucking
Oh.
created in China, and it was used as a fucking way to control the population and to
By who?
fucking
By
see
who, Tyler?
what they could do.
By who, Tyler?
The
By
world
who?
powers.
By who?
The world powers. All Gates. Fucking what's that
Okay,
goofy
man.
ass fucking the
I will
scientist
second.
guy?
No. Look up old Bill Gates
All right, man.
not interviews. He's speaking. He's doing an actual speech. And in that speech, he says that one of the ways to help the earth is by lowering the population. And one of the ways to do that would be by a pandemic, like a virus. And then I think like 10 years later, this shit happens.
World's
So-
getting harder.
It's not coincidence.
I'm gonna say the last thing, and I'm gonna get up out of here, bro. I'm gonna say the last thing, and get up out of here.
That's some
Like-
shit that you can like look up and actually pinpoint
Every
word for
100
word.
years,
almost.
there's some type of pandemic.
Yeah.
You've got 1913.
You got the Black Plague,
Yeah.
1913 was the Spanish flu or whatever.
swine flu.
I mean, it's
Chicken pox, all that shit.
Hey, I got
I'm
one
gonna
question.
break-
If I'm
I'ma
not
say that-
mistaken,
I'm gonna say the last thing,
I
bro.
got one question before you go, Chill.
What up?
Hey, I got this passage that I want everybody to take a paragraph out of and read out loud. And I want to see who can actually read.
you need to actually read.
Yeah, who can read?
my mama
Hey,
said.
chill out. We gonna assume everybody who can read. He want to see who can read out loud.
Yeah, you gotta read out. Yeah, you gotta read out loud on the podcast. I want to see who can read out loud.
Podcast.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah, we finna. I got. Screw. We had to. We gotta do that. We gotta do that next time. So I'm just gonna assume everybody can read out loud.
No, you just running from this shit. You running from this shit.
I can read out loud. I can read, goddamn it.
Hold up. So speaking of that, I feel like you're trying to set some shit up for Sheely, because it was a couple weeks ago. He said something about being able to read or something like that, and Chilled posted, or it was Fallon. Fallon posted something in the Discord and told him to read it,
out
and he read it while it was on. Yeah, while it was on, like on the mic and everything, bro.
Who can read?
Sheely. I mean, they can't read.
Hey.
There were certain big words I would say that
He can't read out loud.
I was like, that's kind of an easy one.
Oh god!
I'm not that type of person.
I just want to see who can read out loud.
It was just funny. I was like, damn it, dog. I know we went to the same school. Don't make us look bad.
I don't think Tyler can read.
I'm white. Of course I can fucking read.
Read something. Read something.
I had to be able to read the fucking
What's your favorite book? What's your favorite book?
The Cat in the Hat.
Cat in the Hat.
Cat in the Hat. All right, bro. Hey, gotta get their food and shit going, man. Good little podcast tonight. Even though Ricky said 20 words, I counted. Appreciate you for stopping by tonight, though, Ricky. We appreciate you coming in.
20 words.
He said 20 words, I counted. We're going on now. We're going on. But we're gonna get up out of here.
I got it recorded.
I'm glad we cleared a lot of stuff up about American culture and all that shit. We talked about transvestites and all this other bullshit, So prime time, So we'll get we'll get this shit cranking again soon. Try to get some arguments started with Mike again, so we can get that shit popping again. Then bring that shit to the podcast, and then when Junior down, I got to start an argument with Junior too. That way we'll get everybody back involved again.
Next week, Chill reading the first passage.
Oh, God.
I'm coming, baby. I'm coming. I'm finna come. Yeah,
we're gonna make it a segment. No, we gotta make it.
Chill, you gotta read the first passage.
Make it a segment. Let's make it a segment during the podcast. It like rolls to it, goes reading with 3 T. It'll roll over. It'll roll over to the second.
We're gonna take a reading out loud passage.
It'll roll over. It'll be like a screen will change.
I'm gonna feel like I'm back in school at that point.
Yeah, screen will change, and it'll say "reading with 3 Peak," and then it'll have that person's camera pop up. It'll have that person's camera pop up.
Fuck out of here!
Fucking ridiculous reading.
We gone, y'all. Peace out, y'all. And be ready to read next week.
That'll be good.
Be out of here, y'all.
Exclusive. You running? You feel like running some code?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Oh, you did put it down. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to get. You should do it every week.